Mr. Spannell? Ah, Sheldon Levine. I was speaking to your wife earlier.
Come in.
Oh, cats and dogs. Oh, cats and dogs. Oh, I see you're interested in fishing. Oh, well,
Yeah.
I fished myself many years. Muskie, Wisconsin. Ooh, beauty. Where's the missus?
Out at the PTA.
Ah.
Well, what was this in reference?
Well, I spoke to your wife earlier on the phone. I called. I'm in town with Rio Rancho.
Yes, I'm sorry. She said you had some award.
Yes, I was speaking to the people in my sales organization, my representatives in this area.
Right.
Now, Mr. Spannell, your name is Larry. Do you mind if I call you Larry? Huh? Right, Larry. We had a consultant.
So you're here to sell me some land?
No, I wouldn't try to sell you land. I leave that to the salesmen, the people who want to own land. I think something has to be fed, watered, and painted, but don't invest in it. And that motto has stood me in good stead.
Mr.
Just call me Shelley. I have never been afraid of familiarity.
I'm walking out the door. I've got to pick up my wife at the...
Let's take my car, huh? We'll pick her up together. Spoke to the little woman on the phone. Can't wait to meet her.
No, we're going over to our relatives.
Oh, she didn't say anything about
I'm sure she forgot.
I'm on a plane to Florida.
Well, I'm so sorry if we put you out.
No, you didn't put me out. And I'm just trying to think, Larry. That's the only parcel that I've got. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to the computer, I'm going to pull another one, and we're going to speak to your relatives, too.
No,
come on,
no,
you're a busy
no.
man, Larry, and so am I. My
Listen.
God, I'm in the act of giving a gift away.
Look, I don't want to buy land. I don't want to invest in land. I have nothing. She took the call without my knowledge. I have no business that I wish to transact.
Hey, I don't want to tell you how to handle your wife.
Well, my wife filled in a form, and we have been plagued for the last year by...
That's the situation that I'm trying to eliminate,
No,
Larry.
no. Do you understand? Thank you, no.
Ouch, that hurts. Getting kicked out of the house by a client like that? Not good. Poor real estate agent Shelley could have used a few tips, huh? Hi, it's your coach Borino. Welcome to the Borino Worldwide Marketing Headquarters. We all been there at one point or another, right? You work your butt off, you market, you prospect, you land a good lead, you follow up with them over and over until you finally get an appointment, and then you don't get the listing. Or you end up with an overpriced dud. I don't know really which one is worse. But regardless, all that time, all that effort, money, and energy just wasted. And getting a good listing right now, it's pretty tough, no question about it. The competition is fierce. Sometimes it's almost like a battlefield out there, isn't it? The sellers, they think they own a castle, not a house. So what do? Well, in this video, you will learn one of the most important elements of the seller's psychology, how and why they pick one agent over another, and how you can influence their decision, but without some pushy, sleazy sales tactics. Then I will show you one of the most powerful marketing weapons that will eliminate most of your competition before they even have a chance. It will make you stand out, and it will start building a strong connection between you and the seller even before you meet them in person, so you have an easier time doing your listing presentation and you end up with more and better listings. But before we get into all that, let's first begin with the seller's mind. See, there is only one reason sellers list with you. Every single seller signs a contract with you not because of your experience and your years in the business or your marketing plan or size of your company or any of that. They don't make a logical decision. It's an emotional decision. They pick you because they like you, they trust you, and they respect you. That's it. That means they feel comfortable doing business with you, they believe you, and they trust you and follow your advice. So every listing you ever gotten was because they liked you, trust you, and respect you. And if you didn't, it means they didn't like you, trust you, and respect you. It's as simple as that. But it has nothing to do with rational logic. Sellers don't make logical decisions. Think about it. Take your CMA. It's perfectly logical. It makes absolute sense, logically, right? And yet, after all those logical facts and figures and clear explanations, all sellers think their house is different, it's better, and should be listed for more. It's because it's not a logical but emotional behavior. The real problem is in the way the sellers and human brains in general are wired. The culprit is our human neurobiology and the way we've been programmed for millions of years. We humans are soft, slow, and weak species compared to pretty much everything else out there. We have managed to survive for millions of years because we view everything as potential threat, especially something new and something different. And frankly, most of it was out there to kill us back then. From the tiny little critters to big beasts, we were just a tasty and easy lunch. Obviously, we no longer roam the savannas, and the chance of you being chased by a lion, pretty slim these days. But the cautious, distrustful behavior is still deeply programmed in our own DNA. That's the reason why so many sellers are distrustful and cautious and cold at the beginning of meeting you. It's not you and it's not them. It has little to do with your or their personality, so don't blame them. It's simply an automatic survival code hardwired in their brain. So now, knowing that, what can you do? How can you quickly earn their trust and melt their fears so you can help them? Good question. The best time to comfort their worries and to put them at ease is before you meet with them, using a powerful tool, a pre-listing package. A strong pre-listing package helps you stand out and crush your competition. I mean, really, how many agents in your area do you know that use a good one? It positions you as the real estate expert and authority. This is very important because it elevates your trust and credibility. It demonstrates to the seller that you clearly have their best interest at heart. This puts the sellers at ease because that's exactly the kind of agent they're looking for, someone who acts in their best interest. A pre-listing package also educates the homeowners. This further enhances your status as a helpful advisor and an expert. It takes the hassle out of pricing and prepaves for an easy, pleasant listing presentation where you and the sellers are equal partners who are on the same page. So clearly, a good pre-listing package is essential if you want more listings, you want better listings, and easier listing presentations. Here is what goes into a good listing package. Let me show you. First, we start with a cover letter. Pretty easy, simple, straightforward. Dear John and Mary, thank you for your trust. Notice how the first sentence has the key focus word, trust. Selling a house is a big deal, and I know you have choices when it comes to good real estate agents. I acknowledge how the sellers feel. I take it seriously because it is a big deal to them. I'm on their side. I'm also embedding a link. I am your choice. I am a good real estate agent, obviously. I'm looking forward to meeting you Tuesday at 6:20 p.m. I pick an unusual time to show them I'm busy and I'm also punctual. Helps you stand out again. Please take a few moments and review the information I've put together for you. I think you'll find it interesting. As always, give me a call if you have any questions prior to our meeting. My cell number is 555-1212. Sincerely, Borino Remax Real Estate. That's it. Short, polite, personal, and very effective. Next item is your resume. A good resume pre-sells you and your service to the seller, but without selling. This is a smaller trifold version, works pretty well. If you have the Expired Plus or the Listing Presentation Plus, then you should use the full version, the big version of the resume. What goes into a good resume? How to get the highest price possible for your house, something that every seller wants. Get as much as possible for the property. So first we offer some tips and some advice, and it's nice and visual. It's kind of fun to look at, isn't it? Why are you moving? A client success story. More than just telling them I can get the job done. You show them through a third-party endorsement, through testimonials. Super powerful. You don't need a whole lot of them. 2, 3, 4 good testimonials is really all you need. Then some results, whether they're yours or your company's, doesn't really matter. If you have good track record, that's fantastic. But even just a good company track record is good enough for your resume. Your home sold for the most money. New agent, new marketing, new possibilities. How to get the most money possible for your house, sell quickly, without problems and without hassles. Again, something that every seller wants. So you explain how you do that through buyer and agent marketing. Guarantees, very, very, very important. More than just a promise, you guarantee to the seller that you will get the job done. Will definitely make you stand out. Then some reasons why they want to hire you. You're going to keep in touch with them, weekly follow-up, easy exit, listing contract, your marketing, your expertise, and then meet your agent, some basic information about you and your background. Same information goes into the smaller resume. It's just a little compressed. It's smaller, obviously, so you don't squeeze as much, but the message is the same. I am helpful. I am competent. I know how to get the job done. And I can be trusted. And here are some examples. Here is evidence. Here is proof. If you have my Presentation Plus program or the Expired Plus, then you have the bigger version available, but even the smaller, the trifold brochure will get the job done. And you can get it from me for free. I'll show you how in just a moment. Next part of a good pre-listing package is a market overview. This is not a CMA, this is not a pre-selected list of comps, it's just a market snapshot of what's going on in the area, and includes everything: actives and pendings, solds, expireds, just to give the seller an idea what to expect. Then you refer to the list during your listing presentation when you go over your actual CMA. The next item is a pre-listing checklist. This is a list of recommended improvements and repairs before the house goes on the market. It further enhances your expert status, and it also saves you time because it gives the seller a pretty good idea in advance what items should get their attention. And then the last item of your powerful pre-listing package is the Marketing Plus. There are two parts to this. First, there is a detailed marketing plan and checklist. It lists everything that needs to be done before the listing, during the listing, and during the sale and closing of their home. The second part has 10 most important questions a seller should ask their agent. Obviously, you customize all this based on your experience, your situation, your personality, and your approach. And finally, there are seller pricing tips to help you price the listing well right from the beginning. What does and does not determine the price of a house, and how to establish the best list price together as a team. That's important. And a nice little confirmation from highly credible third party, Consumer Reports. This is an advice for home sellers warning how some agents will give the sellers a high price just to get the listing. A nice little bump of your competition. So there you have it. That's a nice pre-listing package. Now, if you want to get fancy and you want to take it up a notch, you can use one of these fancy envelopes. It does get a little more attention, but you don't really need it. The main thing is just put a pre-listing package together. Don't waste too much time perfecting everything. Just do the best you can with what you have. Just get it done and use it. Here's the sequence. First, you set up the listing appointment. Then you go over the pre-listing interview with the seller and confirm the appointment day and time. Then you mail, messenger, or deliver the pre-listing package 2-3 days before your listing appointment. Then your assistant or you call the seller a few hours before the appointment to confirm, to make sure you're still on and all parties to be there, and that they received and reviewed the package. And then you deliver a killer listing presentation to get the listing. That's how it's done. Oh, and if you want to download a copy of the pre-listing package from me as my gift to you, just visit listingpresentationplus.com/package. Get it done. Let me know how it turns out for you. Shoot me an email. It's borino@expiredplus.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Get the listing package done. Go get some listings. This is your coach Borino saying, let's go get them. If you want more appointments and turn those appointments into good listings, then check out the Listing Presentation Plus system. listingpresentationplus.com.